is advised.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Geeking Out. I'm yours truly, the Dave out there with my boy, Don Frickin' Prime.
Evening, morning, or good afternoon, whenever you may be watching.
Yo, did you realize what happened last night?
Oh, yeah. It's Back to the Future. The floodgates are open.
The floodgates have freaking opened, like, to the point where, are you out of your damn mind, Hot Toys? Are you out of your freaking damn minds? Like, what is bringing you to this point? Like, I feel like we are at the precipice of freaking the ultimate reissue. And it is the Back to the Future. It is the DeLorean. That is the ultimate reissues of reissues. If they reissue the DeLorean, I tell you, if they reissue the DeLorean, that anything is possible for Hot Toys. Anything.
No,
anything.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I don't necessarily know if we could potentially call the DeLorean we may be getting as a reissue.
I think it'll
because
be like
from the promo pics
like
we've
2.0,
seen,
right?
Yeah, so it's from what we've seen, it's the Back to the Future 3 version, but the very beginning version, because it still has the Mr. Fusion, but then it has the modifications that were made in 1955, specifically at the drive-in theater.
Yes.
So I mean, at that point, it's almost like they just might do, like, for lack of a better word, an Ultimate Edition, where you can have versions from all 3 movies. Because, I mean, this thing already has a Mr. Fusion. So what is there to say, that Mr. Fusion doesn't go into a slot connection port that on the original was, the wire hookup port. So it's there. Again, I'm only hoping that it's not stickers, and it's more detailed inside, and there's actual, more lighting and more lighting fixtures. Kind of like the Ecto 1.
I'm hoping it'll be something that rivals that of the Ecto 1. Because Ecto 1 at this point is, without doubt, the best vehicle 1/6 in the market.
Yeah, and I mean, and not just for looks. You're talking accessories, because it has the LEDs, but it has them in sequence. Then it has the speaker where you can actually do the sound clips. And then even the other little things, where it actually, the side door will open, and you get the side gunner seat, which prior to the trailer for Afterlife, we've never seen that used. So
I'm hoping that that Hot Toys has been taking notes from Litway with that Ecto, because I would love it if that 3.0, not 3.0, the 2.0 Mark III would pretty much rival that of the Ecto. But I will say this though, guys, before we start. We were called madmen for believing in the Monica. All right, and Monica Do, the Bothan spy. We were out of our damn minds. They called us madmen for this. Even Denobi, who is pretty much the Doctor Strange of Hot Toys, okay? Hot Toy collecting. He is literally, like the freaking veteran. Thought that, we're fools. We're freaking fools to believe this. But here we are, and here we freaking are. And freaking Denobi, he's out of his damn mind right now. He's going to be pre-ordering nonstop. He even said he will get literally 3 DeLoreans. Like, just one for different displays. That's crazy. That's literally about, what, $1,800 to $2,000?
Well, what do you think's going to happen to Denobi when, for one of the next toy fairs, or one of the next, big events where they display the Back to the Future 3 prototypes? Is it, rather than building a 1/6 scale Falcon, watch them build a 1/6 scale time train.
Oh my God! Really? Oh, no.
Yeah, for a display, I guarantee you they'll try to make a time train. Just like the Millennium Falcon, and that will blow people's minds.
That will be a display piece. That'll be a showcase. That'll be a show off. Never.
Oh, absolutely. That'll be a flex move. I do think they would do that. I mean, they're this deep into the line, and I'll say this, based on the fact that Marty himself is coming with his stove armor, because again, he's coming with his poncho. You don't necessarily need that part. If he's coming with his stove armor that is for one specific scene against one
Mm-hmm.
specific person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
Mm-hmm.
call it now, and you may call me a madman. 2023, Mad Dog Biff Tannen, Toy Fair exclusive. Again,
Yes.
why else would Marty be coming with the stone door armor, the stove door armor, unless that's going to be used with a future figure? Because you just keep the poncho on, it doesn't matter. You can't see it. It's like
Well,
one
you
of
can
those
chalk that up
clues.
to just accuracy. That Hot Toys want to be that accurate, but then again, Hot Toys does love to tease.
Exactly, just like with one of the latest Grogu sets, you see him and Grogu in the spittoon, and then you see Cobb Vanth, which so again, it's just I think it's a good business decision, and I think that was a little clue. Just
I feel you. I feel you on that. And I also want to, I want to thank Monica Du and Ian Guy
absolutely.
for being the Bothan spies. And if you guys want to have you pretty much first in Bothan spy reports or discussion posts, hit us up on freaking Cisco Survival Guide, where we just bring in the heat, especially with these rumors, especially with these discussions. Like when Monica finds out something, our Bothan spy will freaking post it right here first. So please enjoy what we do at Cisco Survival Guide, especially my boy Adam, who gave us this beautiful new banner with the Back to the Future duo, the Iron freaking Patriot, which I did that one. I couldn't find the PNG for that, so I had to create the PNG. And freaking Adam, it's diabolical. Okay, I love it. And also Adam did and you can find these in his announcements, the announcements on the page, where he does go into survival tips for purchasing new figures that have just come out. So he goes in depth to show you different prices, different places you can buy. You don't have to not only buy from Toy Wonderland or Sideshow, but buy several other places, whichever fits your boat. And I really like what Adam does, and it's pretty cool.
Exactly. Yep. And he does the numbers. He does everything based on an estimated U.S. shipping. So his numbers are generally within a few dollars. Just the only issue is shipping and what service you're going to choose. But he does the numbers. He does the research. And again, you might have a particular favorite store. Just one of those things. You got to be comfortable who you shop with. Some people, they always want to go for the highest, the lowest dollar amount. Doesn't matter who it is. And then you have other people who will be loyal to their local collector-owned store. And again, the Collector Zone, Comiconcept, Toy Dojo, Underground Figures. Those are a lot of, again, smaller community owner style stores. So again, I'd like to support them because they're again also in our community.
Yes, also in our community as well. So if you want, just pop in and give thanks to Adam for the work he does, especially for that banner. That banner is literally beautiful. But again, before we start again, I got F in the chats for Ray. She's gone, baby. Oh why? Oh why? Ray, she is gone, guys. She is gone. And then a lot of people are saying that it's because of the hype. That the hype destroyed the quantity. Not necessarily. It's just because Ray was low pre-orders. She already sold out over at HK because of the low pre-orders and the low production. She sold out over here sooner than Kylo because of the low productions and the low pre-orders. Because she literally was bottom feeder from the very beginning to the end of her pre-order career. And as far as resale is concerned, I can see her going for the 350 range, maybe 400 range. It'll take time. I don't see her rising up that quickly. But if people are mad enough, they'll probably raise the price of this just to the point where I need a Ray for my Kylo. So those are pretty much the fear of missing out. So they'll probably try and get the lowest they think resale they can.
Exactly. Now here's the weird thing though. Seems like Rey and Kylo specifically, they're kind of the outliers from the sequel trilogy. You can't give away like any of the normal First Order troopers. I mean, the only trooper that I can think of that potentially is an improvement would be the actual Sith trooper, because the design of the armor is a little different. But it's one of those, like, ultimately these two are the shining examples from the Disney sequel trilogy. But like you're saying, the numbers were so limited because even still, as the best figures, they weren't very good in the movie, or at least from perception wise. So
yeah, usually this is the same case. We've seen this before. Limited figures rise up and resell real quick because of the limited production and the people that missed out on it because they didn't see it selling out that quickly. For example, the Heavy Mando. That thing sold out within, a month of release? I think it was a month. Hell, there was some risky calls with Heavy, I think. I think it was a point where it almost sold out during pre-order phase. The thing is that,
close.
Yeah, it was close. Not many people pre-ordered them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it went to blue screen, and then within like 3 days, it was gone on a wait list. So,
and then Redmond Troopers, I think they lasted for 4 months, sort of like what happened with the Death Troopers. I think it was the very beginning when Star Wars collectors were trying to figure out what was going on with the Mandalorian, and then the rise of the pre-orders started happening after the first season, because that blew everyone away. The first freaking season, but that's another discussion for another time. We are actually looking to do a new segment coming out pretty soon, and Don Prime, he has a few scripts he wants to do as well. So I'm just letting y'all know. Give Don Prime, the listen, the attention. He's going to be putting some work into his videos, and be patient with him. If he's just getting this started, so let him have fun.
Oh yeah. I won't burn the house down yet.
But all right, guys, let's get things started. So Monica Duo and also Rob as well, and several others. I think Doc Smissel were popping up freaking Toy Sapien unveiling pictures and videos from there, like also live stuff that was happening. So one of the Facebook groups that we spotted that had all the freaking awesomeness was Gemini Toys. Gemini Toys Facebook group had all the freaking awesomeness, and you see you got Gemini Toys right there on the freaking picture right there, Gemini Toys. So that's a nice little setup right there. Look at that. A red carpet too. Get out of here. God.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I didn't know that was a Hot Toys store, I'd almost think that was like a higher end grocer. Just the way that the doors and the outline and the setup is. I mean, that does not look like a toy store at all. That looks like a high end market or a store. So
Hot Toys don't play.
Props on them.
Hot Toys don't play.
Oh, yeah, that aesthetically matches right into the local community. So
and look at that Hot Toys logo right there. Some we're not lying. Look at this. So let's enter. And look at that. Wow. Look at that. They got the life size Vader right there. They got I think that's a life size Mark 85. Nah, I think it's a little shorter than that. But that's definitely a life size Vader. Let's move on to some of the good stuff. Ooh, straight out the freaking game.
I'm not going to lie. Those white walls, they pop. I mean, they are such a great accent against the silver of the DeLorean. It works. You wouldn't expect white and silver to work as well as it does, but it absolutely pops.
It does. Like, look at it. Wow. And look at that rifle, too. The Winchester sniper modification. I think who was it? Bob? I think Bob helped me out in the comment sections of the last video.
Yep.
He posted it was the Winchester modified scope. I'm like, yes. And then he did the line for me with my boy Doc Brown against Tannen. That moment still gives me chills. Okay.
Oh, especially like we were telling you before. Back to the Future 3 was on last night, so as I'm looking at pictures, I'm watching the movie, and it's just, and the way that he has his scope set up would probably be like how potentially we would do it, because he has the housing, but it's almost like crystals, not actual like the proper milled lens.
Yes.
The whole thing, but it looks like he's using crystals to help magnify it, almost like a kaleidoscope. So again, crazy Doc Brown, but it works.
I wonder, did he create the first sniper rifle at the time with this modification? I'm just wondering about that.
History. I mean, you have the sharpshooters from the Civil War. You know,
Yeah,
that
you got
used
the
the
Civil
sharps
War.
rifle.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where he got his potential inspiration from. So
Okay. That it looks nice though. Not gonna lie, the Doc Brown is quite impressive. We're gonna see more pictures, but look at the freaking DeLorean though. Just look at it. How is this possible? Hot Toys is putting this much work on an IP that's dead. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. The IP is dead. Okay, and they're bringing it back to life. They're literally giving it back the life that it deserves.
now I just thought of something though. Now, you've seen Rick and Morty, or at least know who it is, right?
Yes.
So, in the fact that Christopher Lloyd did a promo for Rick and Morty, almost as a de facto Doc Brown being Rick. I wonder if they're trying, if like Hot Toys sees the popularity again with Rick and Morty, and the fact like out of nowhere they're starting to do like insane ads, and they have their whole thing with Wendy's. Is that also artificially reintroducing people back into Back to the Future, or introducing people who have never seen it before and want to know what's why does Rick and Morty exist? Well, this is the reason they exist. So I'm wondering if that has a little bit to do with it as well.
Maybe that, maybe other IPs are giving it some shout outs, or it's probably because we're hitting that 30-year mark, 30th anniversary. Because last year I think it was a 30th anniversary, and this year it's another 30th anniversary.
Ooh, now let me ask you a question though, and I have not seen it, but I know like Ready Player One, the DeLorean actually played a pretty significant role, both the book and the movie. Was DeLorean in Space Jam 2? Because I know like everybody else was. So, or is like are they going for the DeLorean more as like just a media device right now, rather than specifically tied just to Back to the Future?
So I don't know. I'm just excited. For what's to come, because they did a lot more than Back to the Future 3. I tell you, they did a lot more. And look at this head sculpt. Now, my only concern with the head sculpt with Marty, it's good, and the only problem is I feel he's Marty from 1985. I mean, Michael J. Fox,
his eyes do look, they look a little close. I think it also has a little bit to do with the way that the hair is parted and how it's covering the center line of his face.
Yes.
So I think again, just a little bit of shading, a little bit of manipulation of the hair part will make it more natural. It just looks, to quote Marty, it looks a little heavy, especially in the forehead and the cheek area.
Yeah, there's still prototypes, but still, they're doing good. I think this is a new head sculpt, right? I don't think this is a redo, a 3.0.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, this is like one of the most accurate ones I've seen as late. This is one of the most accurate ones I've seen as of late for Michael J. Fox. This is very accurate. Like, I could see the potential. Like, it has so much potential right now to be
and the thing is, people might look at the hair and say the hair is wrong, it's not the right color. This is supposed to be when he's out in Hill Valley, when it's literally like the 1880s, right? Yeah. So there's going to be dust, he's going to have dirt everywhere, his hat's going to, be off-colored because, the sun hitting it. I mean, for a Wild West, Cowboy Marty, I mean, all the accentuating features, all the little details, they seem right. So whoever did this, they put care and effort into this.
And of course, the clothes always are looking nice. Hot Toys doesn't cheat on clothes. Okay, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Okay, but okay, this is very controversial. This head sculpt, I see potential, but he's not there yet. Doc Brown is not there yet, but there is still potential. It needs more accuracy. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I mean he looks a little too young in that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Um,
Maybe they're trying to match it with the 1985, not 85. What year was it?
the 55 when when they were at the drive-in, you know, when they were talking about the modifications and how they would have to build the microchip time circuits
Mm,
using 55 tech.
yeah.
So I mean, and the thing is, that's called Young Doc in the official timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be Young Doc. Um, yeah, like you're saying, it's still the base is there. It's just a few little things: the cheeks, the eyes. I don't think he necessarily looks old enough in this.
Now you were telling me on the pregame lobby, does he have the bullet hole?
And he does not. It
He
does not
does.
appear.
No, no, he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe they'll throw us another hat with the mix with the bullet hole.
Or they time to take what they do with the hair sculpts, and maybe the hat itself, just the top portion, will be interchangeable. Because Marty's coming with his frisbee pan.
Mm-hmm.
Why? If Doc's not coming with a hat that has a bullet hole in the head, the center, why are you giving Marty the frisbee pie pan? So again, it's just one of those things. Watched it last night, went looking for details in depth.
Yeah, I know. I agree. And let me see. Okay, so now since we saw the Mark III, we gotta give respects to the classic, the Mark One. Look at this Mark One, baby! Wow, I don't see anything to push that this is a Mark One version 2 or 2.0. This might be just the original Mark One. There's nothing that's throwing me that this is a 2.0 version. Not yet, anyway.
No, I mean it literally looks like the 1.0. It literally looks like they took it down from, secret base, or their offices, or even from Howard's personal office, and just brought that for display.
Yeah,
Because
that's the
again,
one.
if we're getting
No,
another
that's the
DeLorean
one.
base, they're not going to drop the money and do two versions, and they're not going to prototype basically a version 2.5 from the beginning of Back to the Future 3, unless they're going to do that version. I honestly think that if anything, though, it might be to the point we might see a DeLorean, and it almost might be like Hulkbuster. You're going to have one version, but then you're going to be able to get a deluxe or an ultimate version which has upgrade parts. So you might not necessarily be able to do the full hover conversion. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, at this point, if Hot Toys did acquire the license, we would have seen something about that. So I ultimately think, again, we'll see a base version, and then we'll see it like a DX or an ultimate version that will have the parts where you can, make it 1, 2, or 3.
I'm hoping for that, but I in the Nobi stream he did put out a good point about making a DeLorean like that. Like I want a DeLorean with sort of like what they did with the Hulkbuster 2.0 reissue, where they threw in the jackhammer to complete the set. I would love it if they do like a deluxe edition, DeLorean with all the bells and whistles, to make either the Mark One or the Mark Three. I'm not sure the Mark Two is still in the air yet because Mattel still has that. I think Mattel still has the licensing for the hover conversion, like we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's like any DeLorean for me, it's a win. Okay, any DeLorean is a win for collectors. And I understand that we might not see the Mark II. Like if we don't see it, that's fine. I still be getting the Mark III. I still be getting the Mark One. But if they introduce the Mark II and they choose it to where they do a deluxe version where you get the whole set of kit bashes, Denobi did say that the master class of that vehicle will diminish because it could do so many things versus the original classic. And I feel that in a way, Hot Toys can pull that off actually, where they cheat the system in a way with creating the DeLorean, where they take corners, and Hot Toys do take corners sometimes. We have seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
So how would they keep it like the classic version, the way it was built before, without diminishing it when making it a jack of all trades in a way, like.
No, I totally get what you're saying. It's almost to the point where if Hot Toys does, the ultimate version, that is artificially going to increase the value of the original version because that is the pure DeLorean. Now, and again, just from a business standpoint, like you say, yeah, they will cut corners, but what is potentially more marketable? Just a straight reissue of a DeLorean or even a 2.0, or a DeLorean that potentially can be modified to look in any version of any of the three movies. Aside from the actual wheels flipping in the hover conversion. Because we do have the Mr. Fusion, which, aside from the hover conversion, is the essential part to the, Mark II DeLorean. Mr. Fusion powers the time circuits, however, it still runs on combustible gas.
No, I feel you on that. I feel you. But I wouldn't mind a Jack of all trades DeLorean to match up with all three versions, or two versions, depending on what we get. So as for me, like I said, a DeLorean is still a win. It is still a win. So let's move on. I know we've already seen the original Marty 2.0. And yes, guys, this is the DeLorean that Monica did say that got moved from Seeker Base into Toy Sapien Display. So they don't do that a lot. So, oh, look at that Marty. Not bad, actually. Not bad. I might say that the final product looks better than the prototype right now.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll be honest. I'll be glad. I mean, it's great. Everyone can get that. I'm not a fan of that head sculpt. For me, that's not doing it. Compare that against the 3 Marty. The 3 Marty blows that out of the
the 3 Marty. Yeah.
In my opinion.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. The 3 Marty is still the Grail right now, and the way I see it, it got Grail status with that head sculpt right now. If they do it correctly, that head sculpt can be the perfection of Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at this setup right here. Look at this setup, man. Wow. So they're bringing in the heat. Look at this. They have the newest Marty McFly 2.0 with Einstein. They got the newest Doc Brown with his container of plutonium, of course. They got, I don't know if this is going to be a reissue, but look at that. That looks pretty cool. The Marty McFly 2.0 Back to Future 2 with the hoverboard and base. Look at that. That base looks cool. Mm-hmm. I don't know, is that a new base? Did that come with that base?
I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, I know it came with the accessory though. That's the that accessory box came with the Nikes. I know that.
Yeah, but I think that's just like a standard dynamic stand.
Mm-hmm. And then we got the the infamous Doc Brown Back to Future 2 look. And then I think that's Incognito.
Yeah, with the black stealth suit or the black leather jacket and the in the walkie-talkie.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that one.
And then we got the I think this is the Doc Brown that was teased as a prototype. They were both teased. These two, the Incognito and the Back to the Future Doc Brown.
Yeah, like young money. Doc.
Yeah, the young Doc.
Young Doc.
Yeah, with the money. Yeah.
Yep.
So let me see. Okay, so they're doing individual stuff. Okay, so this is the one. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the it doesn't come with the guitar, or I don't think it comes with the glasses either. Okay,
I'll be completely honest with you. I think Einstein's a total fail.
I'm
just saying, personally, I think Einstein is a fail.
I agree in a way. I agree that they could have done better, but as for me right now, like, I'll take whatever. Oh, yeah,
exactly. Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I am. Like, I agree, but also beggars can't be choosers at this point, and I'll take it. It's a nice little piece. It's not like the Einstein to break all dogs, but break break boundaries with this dog, but for 1/6 scale animals, but I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at this. Look at this. Wait a minute. Was the head sculpt we saw with the Back to the Future Mark 1 the original head sculpt? Because this looks different. This is the 2.0 right here. The 2.0 looks... This one is the 2.0, so let's go back a bit. This is the original. Isn't this the original? It looks different. Or is it the lighting that's messing...
I think it might be the lighting and the fact it's in the case. In the case, the door isn't open. It's physically being taken pictures in the case, so you get refraction and kickback.
I don't know. I'm just enjoying this. It looks nice. It looks nice. It looks like a nice little setup right here. Man, this is great. This is some great content right here, man. And then of course the Doc frickin' Brown and his Plutonian. So one does pop off. That's pretty good. And then the RC controller. That's pretty cool too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is pretty much it. I wonder if they'll throw us the bulletproof vests as a surprise accessory.
What if he's already wearing it though? Because he does look a little bulky.
But they never showed it in the final products though. Not the final, but the prototypes.
Well, it's one of those things. You never physically saw it though. You just saw it, after Marty gets back and when he takes, his vest off. So for all we know, canonically, the very minute Marty showed up, he was already wearing that vest. So what if that's already in the figure? And it's one of those hidden surprises.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true. Oh, this is a close-up. Look at this. And, yep, it is. I wonder if they'll fix this in the final product, but they did literally just reuse the Doc Brown Back to the Future 2 surprise head sculpt. Because look at the freaking... Look at this. Look at it.
Yeah,
you see it,
if
right?
anything, I think they went with that head sculpt because that's almost supposed to represent him going, crap, the Libyans, they found me. I was supposed to give him a bomb casing full of old pinball machine parts. But yeah, that's what I see this in reference to Back to the Future 1. That's the only thing I can think of with this expression. And he's like, oh crap, they found me.
Oh crap, they found me.
So.
Or you could use this as surprise expression when when the DeLorean goes 88 miles an hour into the future.
When this thing goes 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious stuff.
Some serious shit. I love that. I love that line. I love Doc. Doc is so hilarious. Not bad. This head sculpt isn't bad. Not gonna lie. This is really good too, And then, honestly, if you want, you could just, if they never release the incognito look, you can always just buy a third-party leather vest from Terminator and just add this to Marty.
Oh yeah, no, I was looking on it before. You can go into Amazon. There's literally a leather pants and jacket kit, normally for Terminators, but on Amazon, $30-$40.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Marty Incognito. Just get yourself a World War II walkie-talkie.
So,
like that.
What are you feeling? Because they're showing. I feel Hot Toys is flexing. I doubt it. I really doubt it if they're going to do the Back to the Future 2 figures. I doubt it because they're putting so much work into Back to the Future 3. But since they're doing so much work anyway, they might as well throw us the whole shebang of reissues. But I think
then we're potentially going into likeness rights, and then part of the weird thing is like Back to the Future 2 and 3, if my memory recalls right, they were the first like major Hollywood production to film 2 movies back to back. So I wonder if licensing comes into play as well. Obviously these are old prototypes, and they're bringing them back out. I don't see actually these getting made. This is just saying, hey, this is the prototypes we've made. This is what we can do. But I think they're going to put all their money into the DeLorean and the Back to the Future 3 figures.
Yeah, it's a flex. I feel it's a flex move. They can always drip feed us these figures, but at the end of the day, I love Back to the Future 3. and I love Back to the Future 1. Back to the Future 2 led into Back to the Future 3 for me, and there was no ending. You know, I felt Back to the Future 2 was just a. I've always felt Back to the Future 2 for me anyway was just a short arc into 3. You know what I mean? Like it does serve its purpose to set up 1 and 2, like what a middle story would do. But I love Back to the Future 3 so much because I love the moments. I love the one thing I love the most is Back to the Future 3's ending. Like they ended the franchise well to the point where you don't need to do a sequel. You don't need to do any more films for it. They ended it quite well, kind of like what they did with, like George Lucas did with Return of the Jedi. He didn't need to go back and do the prequels, but he wanted to. He decided he wanted to, but he didn't have to. And also, he didn't, even though he planned out another set of 3 films after Return of the Jedi, he never did it. You know, but yeah, of course, no, that all changed when Disney bought it and then turned it into the Empire. So before the dark times, before the Empire. but anyway, like I know there's love for Back to the Future 2. And I still love it too. It's a complete story. I do enjoy Back to the Future 2 for what it is, but I love Back to the Future 3, and I love in the fact how Hottoys is just throwing Back to the Future 3 love. Because I said it in the past streams. I said it in the past videos. If Hottoys want to do the dream team for me, if you want to take my complete direct deposit, which you already are, but still, please, for the love of God, give me the Back to the Future 3 line. Give me Biff freaking Tannen. If you're going to do one Biff, just one, give me Biff Tannen Mad Dog. Yes.
I mean, and I'm just trying to think, what would he come for accessories? He's obviously going to come with a 6-shooter. Then he would need to come with the little Derringer. Now, would Hottoys actually create the hat, a removable hat where you can hide the Derringer inside of it?
You're going to get the rope.
The lasso?
Right? The lasso. Yeah, he's going to get the lasso, of course. I wonder if they're going to throw in a horse. That'd be hilarious, not gonna lie. If they're gonna throw it like that horse line in the very beginning.
I don't know. No, I don't know if they would throw a horse, but I could see them throwing in a horseshoe and $80. Or maybe a bottle of Kentucky Red Eye. Yeah, like I said, I watched it last night looking for details. So
what about the minigun? The minigun. They're probably gonna do that too.
The Derringer. That's the Derringer that he hides in his hat.
Yeah.
The single shot.
Yeah.
Which then gives Marty, a reason to use the pie, the frisbee pie pan, and that's how Doc gets the bullet hole in the center of his hat for the rest of the movie.
You're probably gonna get his wanted poster as well. Wait, does the others come with a wanted poster of him, or is just?
I don't know. Or what about the tombstone?
Ooh, the tombstone. That'd be nice. The tombstone.
September 7th, 1885. Here lies.
Yeah. I'm checking the accessories now for Marty and Doc, and Marty and Doc don't have the poster. They don't have the poster, so they can throw in the wanted poster for Mad Dog.
True, very true.
All right, so let's move on. We're getting nostalgic here. Any last words for this one?
No, other than I'm probably gonna have to put my money where my mouth is, and I'll be definitely grabbing Marty and Doc. Like you're saying, it's Back to the Future, but Wild Wild West. Back to the Future.
Yeah, I love Wild West with Back to the Future, man. It's Cowboy Marty, Cowboy Doc, man. I love that aesthetic. I always loved it, especially when Marty takes on Mad Dog and just portrays Clint Eastwood. What a homage! Like you literally did a homage, in history. Like the first homage in history, if you really think about it, in that lore. Oh man,
exactly.
At that point, not even at that point, it would be, what was the movie with Clint Eastwood? Which one was it that they're basing off? I forgot the name. Fistful of Dollars.
Fistful of Dollars.
Yeah, Fistful of Dollars.
Outlaw Jesse Wales.
The moment where he did the bulletproof vest. Clint Eastwood. I forgot what it was. I forgot the movie he did that on.
Oh, man with no name or fistful of dollars. Oh God, I'm gonna get rammed for not knowing this off the top of my head by the
We
group.
already got. We're
Wait,
already getting red. Okay, let me make sure. Let me make sure. Uh, Clint Eastwood bullet proof vest scene. Okay, okay. Body armor. Yeah, it is fistful of dollars. I knew
okay,
it. I knew it. Okay,
yeah,
okay. I said it right. Fistful of dollars. So fistful of dollars is playing homage to Marty McFly when he took on the name Clint Eastwood. But anyway, let's move on. Uh, this okay. So this one we don't really need to delve into this one
yeah. This
because
one is almost looks like it was a throwaway.
yeah, it's
Like they
almost
they kept actually using extra parts.
yeah, and also the fact that I think this was prototyped. This was prototyped way back with the Incognito Marty
Hmm.
in the cons, and they had the the fake money, not the fake money, the all different kind of cash.
Yeah, throughout
Yeah,
the years, his briefcase.
yeah.
Hmm.
Let me see. I think that's it for these pictures. Let me see. Yep, that's it for these pictures. So I think we have more. I just want to just look through it. So far, man, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little shocked though that not only are they dropping them, they're dropping them this quick and basically in succession. So, I mean, you'd think with something like this, you'd get the teasers, and then they drip feed you info, and then finally, like February of next year, or even 2020, summer 2022, potentially they go up. But no, they drop these things like going out of style. But they're focusing on this, and then it's like, okay, where's Sylvie? Where's Loki? Are they really pushing back certain Marvel properties now to focus on old lines such as Back to the Future 3?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so and that also raises a whole nother set of questions. But or is Hot Toys basically saying this is the last time they potentially can cash in? What if the license is expiring? Just like the whole theory some of us has that the only reason Sideshow put out Grievous is they're losing their license and this is their last chance to cash in on something. So what if potentially Hot Toys is losing, or there's a deadline to the Back to the Future license, and it's basically they either need to start production now or they lose it forever.
I wonder is that because thing is because they were creating cosplays like no tomorrow with Back to the Future. I
Oh
wonder
yeah.
in the clause it also includes 1/6 scale figures, and the cosplays wasn't cutting it.
So I mean, who knows? I mean, we're just spitballing, but just trying to spitball rational, plausible ideas. So
But okay, guys, we're gonna delve into the prices. So let's delve into this real quick. Okay, so apparently there were some that were sold, some DeLoreans that were sold over there. From the word I was getting, they were sold. Look at that. Look at the price. Look at the price of that DeLorean. All sold out. All DeLoreans sold out over
I
there.
can't read Japanese. I'm sorry.
So okay, so 72,000 yen. That would be yen, right? Let me see.
Yeah.
72,000 yen in USD. $654. So that's with tax, put it at $700.
And that makes sense price wise
Yeah, so
because the
that
original when it was in the U.S. it was what $6.99. So if this
so
is a reissue, the reissue in Japan is almost what the original retailed for in the U.S.
72,000 yen would be 654. So
Yep.
sold out already. So wait, is this sold out as in sold out over there already? It has to be. It has to be. Why would they put the price up like
I
this?
mean,
If you're
unless it's one of those things that it is the original, and they are saying that this is what it costs, but it's sold out.
let me see. I know Monica sent us a couple of messages about the the um the DeLorean. Let me see. Let me see. Where's Monica? Monica, where are you, Monica? Okay, all the sold out is the sold out of the past. Oh, the new units of the time machine were sold at the event. No new units. is just display. We gotta wait for the okay. Good. Okay, we got the word from Monica. We got the word. These were not sold over there, so don't worry. None of the freaking day one resellers got these in hand. Okay, don't worry. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. We can take a breath. All right. Now, the what they want sellers over there, in HK, they're freaking destroying the collectors over there because they're buying up all the freaking stock and reselling it.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. But hey, the money is there, so collectors will pay day one pre-order money. They have it. So what can you do?
True.
Unless Hottoys does something about it, but I doubt it. Like it's a sale. So.
Exactly.
Unless it starts affecting Sideshow, and then that's why we having this whole war happening, or the war.
They're in a whole
war.
heap of trouble aside from their distribution house. So
yeah, we called it the Summer Wars. The Summer Wars.
Yeah.
No matter who wins, we lose.
Exactly. The collector civil war.
The collector.
Their battle, our loss.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me see. So that was 72,000. So that was the original price. Okay, so that's 72,000 yen, 654 American dollars. That was the original price. So don't take that in hand. All right. With inflation, if they do the reissues for these, they're gonna push $800, $900. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt $800, $900 price tag on DeLoreans.
And that's not including a potential deluxe version with all the looks. You might end up having, like we said before, two versions, just like the Hulkbuster. You have the normal version, then you have the exclusive or the DX version with all the extra parts.
$1,200 easy. $1,200. I'll be pushing Hulkbuster money. $1,200 easy.
Yeah, especially with the variant pack or the Mr. Fusion and the front grill assembly parts and the hood parts, everything. Yeah.
Dude, look at the detail in that back. That back, though. Look at that. Baby got back. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Just look at it. Look at it. Wow. Damn, that's a beautiful DeLorean. I'm just saying, I don't care. I don't care which DeLorean you drop. I will get it. Okay? Like, if we only get the Mark III, I'm okay with the Mark III. I'm okay as long as I get DeLorean. And hell, you can remove the front. You can remove the front, that stuff in the front. You can remove that, and then still have a sort of like a Mark I look.
Exactly. I know. I just thought of something. If Quill in the blurg, if he comes with an arrow that can stick in the blurg, there better be an arrow that you can stick into the DeLorean.
Oh yeah.
Especially where as he's going through the movie screen, and then all of a sudden, the Native Americans are coming after him.
Yeah.
Just something like that, get a few arrows that you can stick in, even magnetic.
No, I agree. That'd actually be pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that would be pretty cool. Maybe a 1/6 scale leaking the fuel. Like, man, I leaked the fuel. That's funny.
Or a bear. See, if you could get like the pink. If they ever did like a variant of Marty, they'd do the pink version, with his knee case. Then if they ever did that, you'd need to go get yourself like a 1/6 scale bear, and you could pull that scene off in the cave.
My question to you: would you prefer if they only did one more figure for Back to the Future 3, right? One more. I say one more. Which Toy Fair exclusive would you want? Would you want Vip Tannen, Mad Dog, or the Pink Marty?
Mad Dog Tannen.
Mad Dog Tannen?
100 out of 100. Again, it's out of all the Tannens, he was the coolest, I think. He was also dumb as crap, but it was also like he was a pure bad guy, whereas the other ones, they were kind of jerks, but they weren't necessarily evil,
Another thing I want to say, it's a villain. We get a villain for the line. One villain to end the line. That'd be perfect. And
Absolutely,
then
absolutely.
here's the setup for what they have for prototypes and final production figures. They have of course, I had this already paid off. My Thanos bow damage. I was just waiting for it to come into Sideshow. Unfortunately, how you like to call it? Yeah, I love how you call it. I love how you call Hulk. What you like to call it?
Oh, what? Birth control glasses Hulk,
Ah, there you go.
or
There
this,
you go.
there's other people calling him Pajama Hulk, Sleepy Hulk. So
So let me see. It's Mark 85 Endgame, Captain America
Cap.
Endgame, Thor Endgame, and then Rescue Endgame.
Yep, and then at the end is the 85, but
And the
normal
85.
version.
Uh wow. That's Black Panther. It says sold out. Black Panther sold out. Yeah. That's the old sold out Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Mysterio sold out at HK. Look, the red is saying sold out on Mysterio.
Damn.
So y'all,
Well, I know I've seen a lot of
yeah,
posts for people in Hong Kong. Like day one, they were getting the figure, they were taking the armor off, and they were installing LEDs, either on the body loose or directly hardwiring LEDs into the actual chest panels. So, I mean, that it was a pretty popular figure because apparently it's very easy to modify if you know what you're doing.
wow, that's pretty cool. Also, even though I like my Stan Lee, it sucks that he doesn't get much love. The Ragnarok Stan Lee, like the astronaut Stan Lee gets a lot more praise versus this one.
Um, I mean, for a cameo, it was fine, but it was like you could have done other Stanley cameos that would have been far better figures. Again, FedEx Tony Stank, that I think
Dude,
that's the one that should be made right away.
dude, just imagine all the memes that would be created just because of that figure coming out with the actual Tony Stank head sculpt. Tony
Yep,
Stank.
absolutely, absolutely.
I'm sorry, Howard. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I called it Tony Stank. All right, it's not your fault though. You fired that head sculptor. I appreciate that. Or he quit on his own. He quit on. At least they got a new head sculptor, which looks like he knows what the hell he's doing. So,
Exactly. So,
and then oh, look at that. Tell me about that hologram Mark IV you got because it looks nice over here.
oh, yeah, the holographic. I
Yeah,
mean, it's the Mark IV. It's essentially the same armor. It's just um, almost like a candy figure where it's that translucent. It pops, especially when you have it lit up against another figure. I have it next to my War Machine Mark IV. Again, I got it. You can get that thing for like 2 to 210 off Amazon shipped right now. So again, if you're looking for a one-off or a special Iron Man figure, I mean, again, the internals of this are die cast. The joints are die cast. It's pretty close in weight to the original, or to the diecast Mark IV. So again, for 215 in that range, it was shipping if you don't have Prime. It's not a bad figure to look up. I mean, essentially, you're paying less than a plastic Iron Man retail for a brand new 80% diecast figure.
yeah. All right,
So
so let's move on because I really do enjoy that. Okay, that's it over there. Okay, we're just going through the pictures of what we've seen so far. I think we're almost done with a lot of it. Let me make
mm-hmm.
sure. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely like the pool that Hot Toys did for Toy Sapien for the new store. They were going big, go big or go home. Do,
Absolutely.
do we want to see some DC? Nah. It's all the old DC stuff. Yeah, all the old DC stuff. Nothing new. Yeah, nothing new. Nothing new. They have the entire Justice League here. Yeah, I'm just going through it right now. Yeah, nah, there's no need. I'm sorry, DC, but if Hot Toys were putting out more new stuff at the Toy Station, then
I don't
yes.
know. It was. I don't know if it was actually shown, but what about the preview of a certain Carnage?
Ooh, okay. I want to see your thoughts about it. But quick thing, look at the display though. Look at this freaking display. This is looking like my display right now with all the Mandalorians. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this display. Look at my boys. You got the Dark Trooper in the back. You got IG. You got Gideon. You got the Scout Trooper with the speeder bike. You got the look at this. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Even then, they're like, yeah, the Heavy Mando. We can't post him with the stand we gave you. So like, yeah. But I mean, other than that, it's beautiful.
Wow. Look at this pose right here for my boy, the OG man. I might take this. Let me see. Nah. This is the 4-2-1 up here. I have the 4-2-1 up here, and then over there, I'll probably do the stand. The one you gave me.
I like the Death Watch Mando. Yeah. I like that. It's in that flight pose, like he's almost like jumping to take off.
Yes. And then look at which Mando is this? Is that the
Chrome one?
Is this the Chrome one? I'm trying to see.
Well, it's also behind glass, so you're getting those same lighting issues and refraction.
It comes with the Grogu. Put the flight pose on it. Nah. This is the regular one. Usually, if it's the Chrome one, we have seen it so far that the Chrome one. Actually, I might steal that pose for Heavy Mando. Look at that Heavy Mando pose. I like that. I might steal that. Like he's like this. Yeah, I might.
Yeah, he's oh, the back is hurting. I gotta pick up the minigun.
Oh my God, workman's comp. Comp. I wonder how
the guild will pay.
Yeah, exactly. The guild will pay for my injury. Like, I wonder how is the insurance plan, the medical plan for Mandalorians?
I mean, it's basically he can bring you in warm or he can bring you in cold. That's your plan.
Now, here's my thing I want to talk about. How you feeling about the Tusken Raider? I'm so scared. I am so scared.
I mean, I'll be honest. I know he's OGOT.
Yeah.
I look at him and I'm like, okay, he's great for people who want him or want to put him either in a Mando display or an OT display. Again, I look at him and I'm like, I really don't need him. You know, and with that, you know, so that's, again, part of what we'll talk about in a later video. I don't need him, and that's because I'm not a completionist. I don't need to worry about getting him, and I'm completely fine not getting him. You know?
He still looks clean. He still looks too clean.
True. I mean, and that's probably some of it, too, is like you're saying, it's a Tusken Raider. He needs to, you know, he needs weathering. He needs to have, you know, differentiations in his clothing. He needs to have holes somewhere, tears, rips. It's not even just he's too clean just in the look. The fabric, as a figure, is too clean. No dirt, no tears, no rips. It doesn't say to me he's been living in the desert of Tatooine as a nomad. So.
Yeah, he looks like he just graduated from Tusken University. University.
Yeah.
Tusken University, Tatooine Academia.
Yeah, he's a Tusken pre-med.
Tusken pre-med. His first mission is to feed the crate dragon.
Yeah, he's the one that got eaten.
He's the one that got eaten.
Yeah, where he brings up the bantha and the dragon's like, no bantha, Raider today.
Raider, I gotta have my options, okay? I gotta have variety for my diet. Come on now. This is good. Oh, my heart. You know what?
Lando.
I see him. I see what you're saying. Don. But imagine this. When would be the 50th anniversary of New Hope?
1977, 2027.
2027. Can you imagine if they reissue the New Hope line in 2027?
I'll just say this. Hopefully Hottoys and Disney, they're already talking with people, because how many of these people are still going to be around in 2027?
The 50th line. The 50th line. Unfortunately, we can't tell much because of the window here. Sold out. What do you mean Lando's already sold out? It's already sold out pre-orders over there? No way.
Dude, it's Lando is a black man. It's OT Star Wars, which again from Empire, which does not have that big of a following again prior to Mando. So again, Asian markets don't like that. So his production numbers, at least for Hong Kong and Asia, are probably extremely low.
Now, as you guys are aware, most of these guys are already sold out, because this is the New Hope line. Okay, most of them are sold out. This is the Empire Strikes Back Lando, which was put out for pre-order last year around the same time. So,
well, yep, you've got the Sand Trooper, you have the Tarkin Invader 2-pack. Now, is that an OG Stormtrooper or is that a Rogue One Stormtrooper?
OG
Stormtrooper. That might be a Rogue One.
Because here's the thing, though, that base, it's a circle base. Did the OG Stormtrooper have the circle base?
I don't think so.
I can't tell from here. Usually you can tell by the chest, but the way the body is, I can tell from the chest. But the thing is, the way he's covering his chest and how.
Yeah, I mean the reason I'm thinking it's Rogue One is because of the way his shoulder pads are in his like the bicep pad.
Oh wait, that's right. You got a Rogue One.
I've got Rogue Ones.
Yeah. You got a Rogue.
Well, yeah, I've got my Rogue One right next to Han and Stormtrooper armor disguise. Yeah, and there's a definite difference in the shoulder and the arm panels. That's a Rogue One Stormtrooper, not an OG.
Yeah, once I move around my display, once I have some time to move my figures around, I might be able to show off more of my Rogue One Stormtroopers because I have them. I have the Jedi Patrols. I have the Jedi Patrols. I got both of them. That's when I first posted. That was my big post. I think that's one of my big posts where on Cisco Network where I warned the masses that there was a reissue pre-order of these things. And I tell you, I think because when I opened my first when I first opened my first two Jedi Patrols, it looks like they found a batch of them inside the warehouse for Sideshow, and they started putting out these pre-orders. I feel that these were literally found because the plastic coverings were all yellow. They were all yellowing up, and that's pretty much because of time and delusion. Diluted because of the heat and weathering.
Atmospheric conditions.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel that these were literally reissued pre-orders because they found these in the freaking warehouse.
Yeah, like another thing, that Leia, she's on a circular stand too, but she never came with one.
Oh, that's right. Look at that. I think they did it for space. Okay, guys, look at this. Look at freaking this. Oh my God, look at this freaking line of badassery. Crap, my bad. Okay, of badassery. Just look at this. Take a gander at this freaking. Oh my God, look at Rex. My boy Rex. They didn't show the head sculpt though. I wonder they're holding out and showing off the head sculpt until they get this release. But they also I guess they did this just to match up with Cody. So they didn't want to show off Cody's head sculpt, so they wanted to mirror that with Rex. So they got the Cody helmet and the Rex helmet.
Gotcha. Cool.
A lot of good figures here. A lot of good figures. The 501st over there. Oh, get this away from me. I'm just kidding. God, be humble. I'm just kidding. God, people got mad at me because I said that the pre-orders weren't that great for Rey. That's why she sold out. And then,
truth.
Yeah, Exotic Carfax was making fun of me though. Like he was having fun. Like he loves his Rey. I more power to you, man. You love that freaking head sculpt of Rey. Yeah, more power to you. But I really like the Kylo Ren. I think Kylo Ren is perfect. Kylo Ren, guys, do not miss out on Kylo Ren. This is the last Kylo Ren we're gonna get, guys. We're never gonna get another Kylo Ren. And the way
we might get a Ben Solo, but it won't be Adam Driver.
I can see that. Oh, that's right. The talks of the
Academy.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I think that's about it. Well, I want to hear your thoughts in a minute about the Carnage. So let's bring that up real quick before we continue. Let me see. I want to check the Gemini toys out before we continue. I think that's about it. I don't think we need to delve more into the personal head sculpt because we already sold all the head sculpts for Marty and Doc. I don't think we need to delve even more to it. There is more pictures out there of the actual prototype behind the scene photos. I think Hottoys has put out. So I think it's in our 6-scale survival guide as well. The Monica keeps sharing them. So either Monica, Doc, or Bob keeps sharing them. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. So let me see. All right. Your thoughts. The final verdict, guys. The final thing we're going to talk about today. Because we got a lot more to talk about this Sunday. Because we're going to have more people. We're going to get more of everyone's things. And also, we got plans. We got plans for more videos coming out with Don Prime. He's getting some scripts together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get these segments started out. All right. Okay, wait. Before we start, let me make sure. Where is the Mark 46 guy? Where is the Mark 46 guy? He's not here. I miss him. I miss him already. All right. Your thoughts.
This has the potential to be epic. I really do think that. Now, I also think they could also potentially do a reissue of this in a comic book version to go against, a comic book version of Venom with the symbiote. But I'm loving the accessories they're showing with him. Like, when you see this, you see his tendrils, you see all the stabbing weapons and the spikes. That's Carnage. I do think this is Carnage, in a real form. So I think right off the bat, even for a teaser, it's doing a good job. It's Carnage. You know right away who this is.
Yeah, I think it pretty much proves our theories as to why they put out Venom so early. They could have waited till next year. They wanted to put it out because of one thing and one thing only. Let there be Carnage, Venom 2. And they want to push sales for the Carnage pre-order. I wouldn't doubt that they'll probably put this out for pre-order the week of Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Well, it comes out October 1st next week. I'd say by Hong Kong Sunday the 3rd, that night, this will be up for pre-order. I'd give it like 2 or 3 days from when it releases in the U.S.
Because Shang-Chi, I think the figures came out for Wen-Wu and Shang-Chi like a few days before the actual movie.
Yeah, but I think, because the thing is that sometimes Hot Toys will do like movie promo figures, and they've done it for Spider-Man. They did it for Last Jedi with the Executioner Trooper. But then they'll also release the figures. I don't know. So I don't know if it would be like a promo version or just we're getting this out as fast as we can because of the hype. Because how many more Venoms did they sell just from them announcing this? So,
we're at 3. I think we're at 3 Venoms. We got the Venom Iron Man, right? We got the Venom Carnage. We got the Venom Groot.
Venom Pool, too.
Oh, God. That market over there, China, they're eating up the Venoms. This has to be the reason. They're eating up the Venoms like they're freaking Iron Mans. They're eating it up. And that's their market. And, hey, more power to Hot Toys. They're making that money. But the thing is, like, at this point, because of what you have done with the classic IP with Back to the Future, the possibilities are endless. Like, we could see some alien resurrections. Not the movie. Alien resurrections of the IP with Hot Toys. We could see Predator resurrections. Wait. I'm just thinking maybe there was a name with resurrection with Predator. No, it's only Alien. AVP. Come on. That Predator look for the AVPs were my favorite. The movies were
my
crap.
Hicks, my Hudson, and my Apone.
Yes,
reissues.
Aliens. Yes.
Colonial Marines, I want them all. I want Frost. I want Drake. I want Vasquez. Give me the smart gun. Give me Bishop.
Give me the smart gun.
Here's another flex. They do a reissue or, a 2.0 of the complete Alien Colonial Marines. They'll do a APC or a drop ship. as a flex display vehicle. Now, can you imagine what like the APC would look like, or the Bug Hunter dropship?
Ooh.
Especially with its wings fully extended and the missiles and all the
Question:
pods.
did they ever do the prototypes for those?
I don't think so. I know companies have made like actual like 1/12th, like anywhere from 1/18 to 1/12th versions of the drop pod or the dropship and the APC, but I don't think anyone has ever gone as far as 1/6 that large.
Ah, I got you. But anyway, guys, it's getting loud over here in the morning, so we're gonna have to end this. I know it's an hour and 10 minutes. Oh my god, we went an hour and freaking 10 minutes. I might turn this video into a premiere today. So, guys, I don't know. Like at this point, like you wouldn't know it's the premiere. I'm gonna have to comment it on the freaking video to let you guys know this is a premiere live video. An hour and 10 minutes to have you guys discuss and stuff. But anyway, before we end this video, I want to thank everybody who has been supporting the channel, supporting us. Thank you, Don Prime, for putting in the work. We've been having so much fun doing these videos with you guys. This is what we do for you,
the people.
Yes, for you, the people. Oh my god, that reminds me. I need a Bane reissue too, but I doubt it. But at this point, I can say I doubt it, and then next week we get the freaking reissue. You know what I mean?
I mean, at this point, again, Hottoys might announce Jim Carrey Riddler for all we know, and Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face.
Hey, before we go, guys, I want to show you a sort of a teaser a bit. Like it wasn't intentional, but it's something that we're working on for a video segment with me and Don, and also some future videos when we get things started. This is a funny Bob Dylan post. It's sort of like a meme. So Marty McFly, the original, $225, and the child $380. And then he created either he created or he found this meme, and it says, "You either die a grail or live long enough to see yourself become a reissue." Oh God! Look at this. So pretty much, this is sort of like a tease of what we're working on. So.
Yep. That's the perfect cutoff, my friend. Perfect.
But anyway, guys, again, thank you all for checking us out, geeking out. I love to hear your thoughts down below on the comment section or during the live chat if we're doing the premiere. I don't know what we're doing. I'll see what happens in the next hour or so. But yeah, let me know in the comment section in the live chat how you feel about the Marty McFly Back to the Future line. Do you think Hot Toys is going to keep pushing this line? Do you think we're going to see the DeLorean? Because I feel that we are in the precipice of the ultimate reissue, and it is the DeLorean. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing.
Yep. Hold on to your butts. That's all I can say.
Anyway, as always, remember, we're just simple collectors trying to make our way in this freaking galaxy.
Folks, and may the force be with you.
Always. And weapons, of course.